So humans have been suffering for centuries, right? Since the beginning of, well, since we came here. All I can share with you right now in this video is there is a way out of suffering. An absolute way out of suffering that you can start today. I'm going to give you something new that I haven't said in any of my videos before that can absolutely transform you into the new earth, the 5D, whatever it is you're trying to achieve. Because why do we want to go there? It's bliss. How do we go there? I'm going to tell you in this video, and you can start today, and you will see immediate results that will amaze you. You ready to go there? I think you are. Let's go. Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through your fears and live an amazing life. Until you become this person who lives this life, if you are still acting like this person experiencing this life, nothing will change in your life. In other words, I'm going to talk to you today about the steps that you can take. In fact, I have a whole workshop on this that gives you exercises to implement every day. Things that you can do to shift completely into that new person that you desire to be. Now, here is where we are challenged. We're so programmed that we don't even know that we're still acting like the old person. So we're trying to achieve goals, and then all these thoughts are coming, and we don't even realize that we are still thinking, acting like that other person. All right, absolutely everything that comes to you on this planet, absolutely everything that comes to you on this planet is meant to be mastered. That's the reason we're here. Otherwise, we'd have no reason to come to a dense planet. Why would we come here? So that you can get the better job and have a big portfolio when you retire, or experience love and all that stuff. Yeah, that's part of the package, but it is a 100% obstacle course that you are to master. That's it. So how does this affect you now? Okay, what do I do about that? Every single thing that has any fear, worry, conflict at all in your life must be mastered. It's all there for you to master. That's it. So what we do as humans, we say, that out there's the problem, and then you get caught up in it, and you don't realize none of it is what you are battling, think is real, needs to be resolved. None of it needs to be resolved. It's all part of a facade as part of your obstacle course. If you don't jump high enough, you're going to catch your toe on that hurdle and go down. So you have to get back up and practice until you can jump high enough and clear it. And then guess what happens? There's another one. Maybe you have to swim through a moat. Maybe you have to, I remember doing some cray-cray stuff. I had to crawl in a mud pit. Yeah, under ropes. So they made sure you were right in that mud pit with your face and everything. Yeah. There was a lot of rocks in there. It really hurt. When I got out of the mud pit, I was like, wow. I had to run, bike, and go through obstacle courses every other time to get to the end. It was brutal. I enjoyed it. I'll never do it again. Isn't that how we are here? We don't go, why would I pay to go into that cray-cray race? To accomplish it, to achieve, to go to that space where I challenge myself, and that's what you're here for. There isn't one thing on this planet that isn't meant for your evolvement, not one. You aren't just here. Are you going to have an epiphany now with this? Because you can. Everything is for your evolvement, all of it. All of it. Whether you turn the TV on for that news, or whether you open the door for that old lady, or whether you say a kind word to your boss who treats you like garbage, whether you forgive the person who did something horrendous, all of it's just tests for you, all of it. Yeah. The relationship you're in. Somebody just wrote, said my husband all of a sudden decides he doesn't love me that much and doesn't want to have a family with me. There you go. What are you going to do with that? And her response was such a positive one. It was wanting to understand it and asking for prayers, but not clinging and saying, oh, I can't lose. No, she accepted it, but at the same time wanted to resolve the challenge, go through the challenge and say, can we go through this? And she can't do it without him. So if he decides he's not going to come through, maybe they had an agreement that they were going to have this issue, because a lot of you guys are going through this right now. Out there, it's like, oh my God, we're in each other's face every day. My future looks bad. I just want to get as far away from responsibility as possible. I want to leave my family, right? It's like, get me out of here. I didn't know you were such a crab apple to live with. All this stuff is challenging us, because we can go through life like this, and then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, okay, now we got something completely different going on here. Now, can I handle this in this situation? It's always constantly evolving so that you can. Changing, something new to master. Even having abundance. Some people get really laid back and cocky and, they don't want to bother with the world anymore when they're comfortable. And there are others who will use their wealth for good, others who will use it in abusive situations. Not for you to judge. So that is your test. Can I look at that other person and not judge them? Because until you've walked in their shoes, my friend, you don't know who you are. But I'm going to tell you, if you're criticizing them, you already know who you are. You're judging. You think that you are above them to judge them. And that's one of the biggest ones, is separation and judgment are the biggest things to overcome. Biggest ones. And forgiveness. Forgiveness is part of that, because forgiveness is, you're a separate person that has harmed me. And it was wrong. Judgment and separation right there. But Landria, and there's no buts are allowed on my channel. Did you guys know that? Some of you just got on here new. There's no buts allowed on my channel. We don't use the N-word. Need. Why? Well, because we don't need anything. We have everything. You have and are everything. Sometimes we use that word. We must use that word in certain situations, but you don't actually need anything. You are self-contained power of the universe. All this out here is what's going on as the test. You are perfect, enlightened, awakened already, always have been. You are now experiencing the density, and you believe you are that you have to, that this is funny, right? You're here, the perfection, that came to experience the cray-cray stuff, which you're creating. You've created it. I'm playing, ooh, let's do this, let's do that. You come into it, you believe it's real, and then you believe you are that, so then you go into here, trying to seek awakening out there. Going the wrong way. Go back in here. It's already here. So people seek outside of themselves. There's nothing out there. The power of the universe is in everything. This is the facade, the veil. We call the veil. It's just this holographic thing playing out all your scenarios. So that's why I was saying, things are disappearing and stuff. It's not, there's no such thing as time. There are going to be glitches and all kinds of things going on that disrupt the program. It's not an accident. It's just, stuff is changing right now. We're getting psychic abilities. It's just things, the energy's shifting. The stories are shifting. The frequencies are shifting. So you can experience that. And as the perfection, the already awakened everything that's experiencing limitations, absolutely everything in that field is yours to master. Every single thing. Everything that happens to you that evokes anger, frustration, anxiety, sadness, depression. A lot of you think, oh, I'm awake and I'm depressed. I'm like, well, then you have something else to master. Because you can be awake and go into the euphoria and live on this planet. Totally possible. That's a higher frequency. That's when you remove it. You will find it very uncomfortable, but it still doesn't control you. You'll never go into depression when you go into the higher frequency. Well, I've heard people say that before. There's a feeling that overcomes you that looks at all this and says, wow, it doesn't make any sense. But when you go to the higher frequency, you understand that it's not just something happening that has no purpose, it's all chosen. And the feelings you might get are that, gosh, it's really, really easy to resolve this issue, to experience and get out of it. And we've hung in there a little too long here, right? The suffering needs to end. How does it end? There can be none of those thoughts or feelings within you, none. If you're feeling anything, then there's a story you're telling yourself that creates that. I can't make you feel bad or sad or angry. I can't. It's impossible. You have to do that. So I could sit here and call you names and all this other stuff. If you already know that you are the absolute enlightened empowerment of everything, how can anything anybody says or does evoke negative feelings? They can't. I'm the power of the universe, just like you are. So then there's no separation. So it's not like, well, I'm the power of the universe and you're not. You're a lowlife that's yelling at me. No, it's like you are too. So how can I, discount you or get angry when I know you are the power too, and you're the power, and you're the power, just playing roles. And by the way, thank you for testing me, because you're being a real ass right now. So it's really going to test me, right? You think you're right. Oh, you're being a jackass because, you think I should wear this and I think I shouldn't. You're still going into the ego. See, this is where we don't know. It's like, okay, I have to you're okay and I'm going to forgive them because I'm enlightened and this is how things should be. But I'll forgive you because you have a different attitude. No, throw yours out the window too, because it's all made up crap. All of it. It's made up crap. You're not right. You're right for you. Great. I guarantee you, when you go to the other side and you look and go, did I actually waste 60 seconds even worrying about some stupid stuff? Here I'm in the cosmos. Somebody said, but Landria, don't forget the multiverses. How can I forget the multiverses? I am the multiverses. So are you. I'm not going to forget them. Some people can't even deal with the universe. I mean, if it's endless, how can there be multiverses? I mean, it doesn't make any sense to the human brain. So we don't have to figure this stuff out. But I'm going to tell you right now, everything you're seeing is an absolute test. Every single thing, even your opinion, is your ego still trying to hang on. Who cares? Who cares what happens out there? You can't destroy me. It's impossible. And if that happens, well, there was an agreement somewhere that said we had to do something together to experience it. All right, let's go for it. Yeah, whatever. You get to decide what your life is going to be here. You don't have to experience struggle. And I've seen people go through the most god-awful things. And guess what? What do they say? Best thing that ever happened to me. Why? Because the ego died. Who you thought you were dies, and you realize I'm none of those things. This is your test. Now, so right now, if you want to go to that high frequency, you have to release and let everything go, including all those thoughts. And if you have one negative feeling, this is something that needs to be mastered. Where's that negative feeling? Is it about a relationship? Is it about how other people think? Is it about somebody's color or culture or religion? Guess what? You were all those things, and you'll come back as one of those things too that you might be picking on. So you'll experience what it's like to be on the other side, not as punishment, but to shake up your learning to say, wow, I guess, I get it now. Who wants to do that? So identify the feeling. Why do I need things to be certain? Why am I so adamant that things have to be this way, or the religion or the government or anything has to be that way? Why do I have to go in that space? You don't. You're allowed your opinion because you're experiencing being human, but oh well, it's an opinion. It'll probably change again and again. Because what you see and you think, I promise you this, there are 1,000,001 other facets to it. That if you had that information, you might completely change your mind. So why even go there? This could change your life right now. This one video, if you do this, and you look at absolutely everything as a test. My thought is a test. I must master it. If you have recurring worries, thoughts, master it. Why is this showing up? Boy, I got to work on that, working on work. Am I always broke? That, I must master this. I came here to master lack. And then you go into it and you release it. And even if you don't go into I win the lottery. There's that voice guy. I used to do Pee Wee Herman. I don't do a very good Pee Wee Herman, so I won't torture you. But I just want you to know that, like, if you're going into that space, it's, no matter what happens out there, if you let it go and you're okay with it, then you won't think you're broke anymore. And then things will flow to you, but you don't care if they do or not, because you don't need that, right? We don't need anything. You don't need it anymore. But I guarantee you stuff will flow. You'll never lack for anything at that point, because no matter what happens in the material world, you're going to be totally abundant in every way that you desire, that at that time is good for you. That's total acceptance. Can you go there? Every single thing, everything negative, anger, depression, resentment. If you resent wealthy people, you better work on that. Why pick on them? So? Why do you care if they make money or not? Because you're not. I know when people say that. It's because they're broke and they're resentful. That's not the other person's problem, that's yours. So deal with it. I guarantee you, if you were wealthy, you would never say that. You'd be giving them money. You'd be giving the church money. You'd be giving spiritual people money. You'd say, we shouldn't be broke. Let's create money. You'd be doing good things with it. You wouldn't be saying other people shouldn't have money. And I hear this all the time. These are self-limiting. It's garbage. There's no rules. I'm on a plan. I'm on the no plan. All right? Roll with it. All right, you guys. Free workshop for my internet training. Want to create a business online? Want to monetize something you love? Want to just learn how to earn money online? Use technology, get new skills, step out of this damn matrix. Take the red pill. Go down here. If you can see all kinds of links down there for free stuff. How to manifest anything. My weekly newsletter comes over email. Classes coming out. My book's coming out. My book's called Your Spiritual Butt Kick, and it's coming out this year. I mean, this is, we're coming up to fall, so it's coming up soon. I know we all need a spiritual butt kick once in a while, don't we? Please subscribe. My subscribers are going up again now. They're counting. I don't know why they weren't counting for a while, but please share them, subscribe. You'll get reminded. Bing, bing, little bells. Let you know when one of my new videos comes out, which is usually every 2 days. I've got some great stuff. So have fun with this. There's so much we can explore. 5 years with you. Almost every day talking to you. Now it's every 2 days. We still haven't run out of things to talk about, have we? So please sign up for the free workshop if you want to learn new skills with business. Subscribe. We got to work on this every day. It's accelerating. Everybody's feeling it. That's real. And we've got 4 years, according to my astrologist and the energies going out there. We've got 4 intense years. So this isn't over. Our ride isn't over, my friend. You're whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you. Namaste.